To those of you who are new to our channel, Real Escape, I'm Megan, and this is Diego.
Hey, hey.
We're just an average couple who didn't want to have to wait until we were in our 60s to retire so that we could start enjoying our lives. We wanted to be able to quit our jobs, but we still wanted to have money coming in, and in just 5 years, we've been able to achieve our goal and have begun traveling the world.
Part of the mission of our channel is to share and teach others how they can do the same. But the other part is to also share our love for other cultures and share this journey with you guys. In this video, we're gonna share with you why you need to come to South Korea and make it your next big travel destination.
We spent our first 8 days in Seoul, and what an incredible place. Seems like out of nowhere, there has just been this hype about South Korea with these new influences of K-pop with BTS and these shows on Netflix like Squid Games and All of Us Are Dead. It's starting to pique this curiosity about this culture. Like, what makes this place so cool?
The more we looked into South Korea and what it had to offer, the more excited we got about the thought of going to travel there, maybe checking out a concert in person or just exploring the city and getting to know the people.
Seoul is the most fantastic destination, offering everything from ancient culture, incredible food, modern art, fashion, and technology, as well as the friendliest people who love their city and their country.
Everything is cute. All the graphics, all the signs, they're all like cute little anime characters. Even police station statues, they were just cute characters. Karaoke is also a huge deal here. There are karaoke bars everywhere, all over all parts of the city.
And the fashion and beauty standards are real here. You can find beauty stores in almost every corner of South Korea, and they're known to be some of the best in the world. Everyone is stylish, beautiful, well-dressed, and posh.
Not to mention, everyone is also in great shape and very healthy. South Korea really promotes staying in shape and walking when possible. Walking is a big thing here. One of the coolest things about South Korea is the access to Wi-Fi everywhere and some of the fastest speeds around.
But when you're trying to walk around the city, it's still a good idea to have data. So you can get a local SIM card when you're at the airport that can get you access to data, or you can get an eSIM card. We use Olafly.
It was an eSIM, it was easy to set up and use, and it was priced very well. You're even able to get it for a specific region, not just a country. So if you're doing a longer travel trip, you might want to look into it. Getting around is fast and efficient. Their subway system is one of the best I've ever seen in my life. If you need to get around, there is no Lyft or Uber, but there are plenty of taxis. So you're either doing subway or taxis, or you're walking.
We found the subway to be the best way to get around the city. Once we figured it out, it was a very easy and affordable option. And everybody on the subway is very respectful. Everyone follows the rules. Everyone is quiet. And nobody takes up the seats that are designated for elderly or for pregnant women. The best apps to download before getting into South Korea, Kaiko Map and Subway. Now, these two resources are your gateway to your maps around the subway and the city center. The language barrier can be challenging. Not everybody speaks English in South Korea.
Now don't get us wrong, lots of things were also in English.
Google Translate is gonna be your best friend. If you hold the lens over the text, then it will translate it over into English so that you can understand what you need to.
Even though some South Koreans don't speak English, they are still very friendly and happy to help you, or at least point you in the right direction where you can speak to someone that does know English.
Is it affordable in South Korea? Definitely. South Korea is significantly cheaper than in the US. We were able to find accommodations in the Mangdong district. The accommodations were $30 a night for a very reasonable room. You can find something that's a lot more modern and sophisticated for a couple $100s a night. We were able to spend $30. In the restaurants, while the prices are cheaper, you also don't have to pay extra for tipping.
People here are very respectful, they all follow the rules, they're very quiet, so it's expected that you do the same when you're here. Speaking of respect, another thing to know is when you hand someone a credit card or something, you want to use 2 hands, and you'll notice they'll receive it with 2 hands. If for some reason someone can't use 2 hands, they'll at least touch their arm as they give you something to kind of show you that they respect you, and you should do the same when you're there. Now, South Koreans love to have a good time after work, and they love to party just like anyone else. The drinking scene is very big here. When you go out to a bar and you make some friends and you guys are having a few drinks, if you finish your drink and they pour you another, it's expected that you drink it or at least start taking sips of it. It's a way to show that you accept their friendship and that you like them. So if you don't don't want to keep drinking, leave your glass half full, and then that way people won't pour you more drinks. As far as safety is concerned, I've never felt so safe in a city in my entire life. I was so impressed by how safe I felt that I asked my friend Jay, who lives in South Korea, why is it that everyone follows the rules and everything is generally safe? And he told us it's because there are CCTVs everywhere. Big Brother's watching you at all times and he can track you down in a second. Even though that sounds a little creepy, I personally loved it. I felt so at ease here. So from what we experienced, South Korea is super safe.
There is a wide array of different kinds of food here in South Korea. A lot of it tends to be very spicy. So if you're not into spice, you just want to be mindful of that.
Korean barbecue is also very big here, as well as traditional Korean dinners. When you go to these places, you basically get served your main dish, but also so many side dishes to try. You get to really explore a lot of flavors that South Korea has to offer. A popular drink here in South Korea is soju mixed with beer. Soju is a rice wine. You have your glass of beer, you do 1 shot of soju, then you kind of hit your glass with a utensil and it kind of fizzles and mixes, and then you take your drink.
The Starfield COEX Mall is the largest underground mall in all of Asia. When you enter into the mall, it is an impressive array of elegance. There's shopping everywhere, and any kind of brand you can imagine, they have it there. There is a library, there's a casino, they have an aquarium.
They have random like fun activities that you can do, like punching bags and like a hamster wheel. And then they have this massive library that's so impressive when you walk in. It's just towers of books everywhere. A sight to behold, truly.
Take the cable car up to the Seoul Tower, otherwise known as the Namasan Tower. It's a spectacle to be seen, but it is also very romantic.
Super romantic.
It is a common practice for the people of Seoul to take their loved one up to the top of the tower, and there you can buy locks. You can write each other's names on it, lock it, and then you throw away the key.
The amount of locks that you saw intertwined and connected and made into cool shapes all over the fence line, and they even made trees out of them, were just really impressive. Lots of hearts, lots of romantic tunnels, lots of cool lights, lots of screens. Just a very fun atmosphere.
You can take the cable car up, or you can do what the people of Seoul love to do. You can walk up there.
Yep, so I hope you're in shape.
At the Myeongdong shopping district. They close off sections of the street so that the pedestrians can just walk freely through while they're enjoying their shopping experience. This is also one of the areas that has the most beauty stores that I saw anywhere else in the city. It was almost like every other store was a beauty store.
You gotta look good in Seoul. Now, we stayed in the Myeongdong shopping district not just because of the shopping and the atmosphere, but because it was very centrally located to everything.
But as long as you're close to a subway, I mean, really, you could stay anywhere. Gwangjang Market. The Gwangjang Market ranks as one of the most popular places in the city for foodies.
You might have seen people like Anthony Bourdain there trying all the local dishes. Stop at one of the vendors and partake in a wonderful, fresh-made traditional dish.
Gyeongbokgung.
Another cool place to check out is the Gyeongbokgung Palace.
Also known as the Palace Greatly Blessed by Heaven.
Now, this is the largest of 5 palaces spread throughout the city. A cool thing to do there is to dress in traditional clothes and walk about. If you choose to dress up in traditional clothes, you do not have to pay for a ticket. So check it out and enjoy a peaceful stroll.
Korea has a huge cafe culture. The Koreans, they love their coffee. You will see a creative amount of different types of themed cafes spread all throughout the city.
Some of the most fun ones that we found were cat cafes, raccoon cafes, which are the cutest things ever, and meerkat cafes, but one of the funniest that we found was a poop cafe. We had heard about this, we hunted this place down, and it did not disappoint. It was a poop-themed cafe.
The Lotte Tower opened to the public in April of 2017. The Lotte Tower is the 6th tallest tower in the world. And not only is it an impressive structure, but it also has another mall that is elegant and impressive. Not only is there shopping, but they have cinemas, another aquarium, and next to it is what they call Lotte World, which is like a little Disney World.
Dongdaemun Design Plaza.
Dongdaemun. Opened in March of 2014, Dongdaemun Design Plaza is the latest iconic landmark of Seoul. It has been designed as a cultural hub for people of all ages. You can find an array of spaces including art halls, conference hall, design museum, design labs, media centers. Many different kinds of art and design related shows, conferences, and exhibitions are held here. It has a neo-futuristic design, and the space feels like a massive multimedia playground.
Another cool place to check out is Hongdae Street. It is very much a renowned college town, and naturally, the streets around Hongdae, which is short for Hanguk University in Korean, it is a youthful and romantic ambience. Underground culture and freedom of self-expression is huge here. You'll notice around the streets as you walk around, there are live performances happening everywhere. And we don't mean like big shows. I mean just the student, his guitar, one speaker, and he's just singing his heart out for everyone to enjoy his art.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
You can really feel the energetic youth around the area. Lots of cool nightlife, lots of cool spots to have dinner and have a few drinks and just really enjoy the vibe of the space. Now, things aren't all perfect here in South Korea, and as you know, there is also North Korea. Korea used to be one peninsula, one nation together, and then it got split into the North and South after World War II.
The DMZ is also known as the Demilitarized Zone, and this is one of the most heavily guarded areas in the entire world. As tourists, they offer the opportunity for anyone to come and visit and see what it is like at the DMZ. They put you on a bus. As you're driving in through the DMZ, they have the Korean Army and the US Army there, and you need to get your passport checked before you drive through and when you come back. You can actually see the propaganda town that North Korea had built. Nobody lives there.
It's a fake town.
It was a sad place, and the tour guide explained to us that many of the people of South Korea will come to the DMZ because it is the only place where they can go to try to feel close to their loved ones. After the split of Korea, whoever was on whatever side, whether it be North or South, they had to stay there. So many of the people who once were just Korea, they were separated from their loved ones.
A lot of the people that we spoke to at the DMZ expressed how much Koreans would love to be a whole nation again, and it is something that they are striving for moving forward.
The nation of South Korea started as one of the poorest countries in the entire world. They were poorer than Zimbabwe in the 1950s. In less than a lifetime, this country has gone from being one of the poorest to one of the wealthiest.
So if you want to go somewhere amazing that's lively, advanced, impressive, safe, friendly, come to the city of Seoul in South Korea. You will not be disappointed. It was truly an amazing experience.
If you're interested in learning more about financial freedom and ways that you can achieve your dreams, whether that be travel or whatever, follow us for tips and guidance on how to get there.